What's up, guys? Bus driver 139. Today is 9/4/13. It's about to be 8 o'clock. And right now, I'm going to the yard to set up my bus for my run start tomorrow. Setting up the seat assignments and name tags and all that good stuff. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but you can feel school in the air. It's nice and bright this morning. But I'm only going to be using my bus for tomorrow and Friday, and then I got to get right back into 139. Think about hydraulic brakes. When you're coming down a hill, you can feel that weight. This bus, you can feel the weight of that, all that pressure that's on the disc brakes. Hydraulic doesn't do too well coming down hills when you really need it. And that was only a slight incline, and I wasn't even going fast. That's another reason to give me to hate hydraulic brakes. That doesn't reflect on how I feel about Shepherd, so don't take it the wrong way. I just don't like hydraulic brakes. You can have a pissing contest about that all day. But that's big, so. It does real well when you're on a flat surface, but when you're on a downgrade, you can really feel the pressure, like the bus feels like it doesn't want to stop. I am air brake endorsed. I wish I did have an air brake bus. The only sad part, I wish the state made a requirement that all school buses had to have air brakes. They shouldn't be dependent on the company whether they want to have air brakes or not. Air brakes are made for large vehicles. So, that's just my opinion. I would rather air brakes. But it saves companies a lot of money. With drivers who don't have the air brake endorsement, they can easily train them on a hydraulic brake bus. So it's not totally... Basically, it saves money for companies, which I don't have a problem with. In these days, you need to save money. But if the state made it a requirement, if it was a standard that school buses had to come with air brakes, then it wouldn't have been a problem. But since air brakes is an option, then the standard now becomes hydraulic brakes. So it's easier for the companies, okay, I want a hydraulic brake, I can save a bunch of money on that bus, and price-wise, and on maintenance too. But I feel as though, in maintenance, you're spending more because you got to change the brake pads more frequently. They're going to wear out a lot faster, especially in the front. It's a lot of weight in the front. And when you really feel hydraulic straining is when you have a full bus. You can have 30 kids on this bus. Let's say each kid weighs 120 pounds. I'm basing this off of high school kids. Let's just say 120 pounds. If you figure that, that's a lot of weight, 30 kids. If you come down a downgrade with that amount of kids, even if, let's say you're doing 30 miles an hour, come down that downgrade, you start braking early, you can still feel that weight pushing on the front of that bus. Because coming down a downgrade, all the weight shifts to the front. And all the weight from the students and, you know, all that. Like I said, I drive any bus, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. But I prefer air brakes. I trained on air brakes. It's all about preference. Whatever you trained on is probably what you're going to end up liking. So if you train on a hydraulic brake bus, odds are, if you get in if you acquire your air brake and then you get in the air bus, you might not be too comfortable with the air. Because there is a little delay in the air getting to the brakes. So, I mean, it's not a big delay, but it's also safer in my opinion. Air, I've been in a situation where I drove an air brake bus and I needed to stop fast. And the bus stopped exactly when I needed it to. Versus hydraulics, if you needed to stop right away, you have to really push these brakes down. Like, you have to push it. You got to force it down. Because when you make it a gradual stop with a hydraulic brake bus, you barely have to touch the brake. And that's if you know, you realize you have a lot of time to stop. To a gradual stop, you realize you don't need all that much power. You can do a gradual stop by barely touching the brake. Same with air brakes. If you got a bus with sensitive brakes, and you try to, you can't press this car because you're going to be jerking all day long. But anyways, like right now, and that's what you call reaction time. If you're not paying attention to what's in front of you or what pulls out, the amount of time it takes for you to realize that car pulled out from the time you hit the brake, you could have lost 2 seconds. Anyway, last night, I had a fun night last night. I didn't work yesterday. This is the first time I had 3 full days off since last school year. And I'm enjoying it.